What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord Dr. Professor Dark Joker with this week's video. And this week it's going to be an edition of Science Behind Fiction. And today we're going to use physics to answer the age-old anime question of who will win a fight between Son Goku and Naruto Uzumaki. Alright, first off, we're going to go into some background information for Son Goku. So he debuted in 1984 in Dragon Ball Chapter 1, which was titled Bulma and Son Goku. And during his time as martial artist, he has been a three-time finalist and one-time champion in Tenkaichi Budokai. And some of the enemies he has defeated has included the Pilaf Gang, Jiren, Nam, Red Ribbon Army, Mirakun, who Dove fans will know as Bandages the Mummy, Aquaman, who Dove fans will know as Spike the Devilman, King Choppa, Pamput, Gururin, who Dove fans will know as Krillin, Tambourine, Piccolo Daimao, or King Piccolo, Chi-Chi, Ten Shinhan, or some people will like to pronounce it Tien Shinhan, Piccolo Jr., Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta, Birder, Jace, Captain Ginyu, Frieza, Majin Buu, Ultimo, the Trio de Dangers, Chapul, Comfy, Palifa, Kale, Paparoni, Koitsukai, Pankia, Bororeda, Jiren, Moro, and Gas. So as far as his transformations go, he reached Super Saiyan in the Frieza saga, basically right after Frieza killed Krillin. And some point in between the Androids sagas and the Boo saga, so like during that 7 year time jump after the Cell games, when he was in Otherworld, he reached Super Saiyan 2 and 3. And he reached Super Saiyan God in the God of Destruction Beerus saga in Dragon Ball Super. Then he reached Super Saiyan Blue some point in between the God of Destruction and Golden Frieza sagas in Dragon Ball Super. And then in the Universal Survival saga, he reached Ultra Instinct. And some of his techniques have included the Kamehameha, the Kaioken, Spirit Bomb, and Instant Transmission. Now for some background information for Naruto Uzumaki. So he debuted in 1999 in Naruto Chapter 1, which was titled Uzumaki Naruto. And so Naruto has the nine-tailed demon fox, Kuruma, sealed inside of him. Well, had, because like something happened that caused Kuruma to like leave his body. Now, due to I guess how it happened, Naruto wasn't killed when that happened. Because generally, when a tail beast leaves a body, the host will die. But due to how it happened, Naruto, while he was significantly weakened, he wasn't killed. Anyway, we're assuming peak power level, so we're not taking him leaving his body to account. So some of the enemies that Naruto has defeated includes Kiba Inuzuka, Neji Hyuga, may he rest in peace, Gaara, Kabuto Yakushi, Takashi Hatake. Well, that was like a training thing. Deidara, Pakuzu, Nagato, aka Pain, and Kaguya Atsutsuki. So for power levels, on the day of his birth, Kurama was sealed inside of Naruto, which turned Naruto into the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Then, in the prologue Land of Waves arc, like basically the first chapter, Naruto reaches the rank of Genin, which amongst those who graduate from the Ninja Academy, Genin's the lowest rank. So you have Genin, Chunin, and Jonin. And then some point, like in between the Sasuke recovery mission and the Kazekage rescue mission arc. So basically, they're in that 2 year time frame between part one and part two of the manga. He is able to summon a Demon Fox cloak. Now, it's not something he was able to control very well at the time, and it could hurt him a lot. And during the Pain's Assault arc, he reaches Sage mode, which allows him to like use like nature energy to like replenish his chakra. And then he reaches Nine Tails chakra mode in the Fourth Shinobi War, World War, Countdown arc. Then he reaches Kurama mode in Force Shinobi World War Confrontation arc. He reaches Tail Beast mode in Force Shinobi World War Climax arc. Six Pass Sage mode and Birth of the Ten Tails Jinchuriki arc, and then Asura, Asura Kurama mode and Kaguya Otsutsuki Strikes arc. And then he becomes a partial Ten Tails Jinchuriki and Kaguya Otsutsuki Strikes arc. So in that one, basically, like the other, like tailed beasts, like they put parts of their chakra inside of Naruto as a way for them all to gather if they need to. Now Kurama stays completely inside Naruto, but all the other portions of the other's chakra is put inside Naruto, making him in a way a Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And then some point in between the last Naruto the movie, which was an awful movie in my opinion, and then Naruto chapter 700, Naruto has become the seventh Hokage. So so after Genin, you have two ranks, Chunin and Jonin. Naruto, like basically after he defeats Kaguya and after like he has his final fight with Sasuke, Kakashi, when he becomes Hokage, offers Naruto chance to become Jonin. Since the way Chunin exams work, you have to have a three-man team, but all of Naruto's friends were already Chunin, so they couldn't, like basically none of them could do it with Naruto. So basically, since Naruto was so powerful, like basically most powerful ninja in the Leaf Village, if not the entire like world. Like basically, you had him and Sasuke were like the two most powerful ones at that point. And so basically, Kakashi offers a way for Naruto to become Jonin that instead of taking the Chunin exam, did later becoming promoted Jonin, which probably if Naruto had done the Chunin exam, he probably would just been promoted to Jonin right then and there, kind of like what Neji was in a filler arc. Then, so basically, like Kakashi's alternative ways to have basically have Naruto do 2 years of studying to like basically skip Chunin and become Jonin. Because while Kakashi wants to just straight up promote Naruto to Jonin right then and there, it's not something that I guess technically he should do. Even though he's a Hokage, so like he has the authority to do that, and no one would have complained. And Naruto, while he doesn't want to do school, like school wasn't a strong suit for him. Basically, like he's like, all right, fine. If it helps me become Hokage, I'll freaking do it. Now, from what I know, he never finishes that studying, but he does become Hokage because you don't have to be a Jonin to become Hokage. You can doesn't matter what rank you are, you can become Hokage. And so Naruto reaches that position, which was a lifelong dream of his, so that people could acknowledge him. And basically he's the Hokage. Now he's not it right now because everyone believe he's like he and Hinata are trapped in some alternate dimension or something. Yeah, and like I think Shikamaru is the Hokage now, but that doesn't matter. Then so his last part he reaches Baryon mode in the Kawaki arc in Boruto. I have not watched or read Boruto, and for what everything I've heard, I don't want to. And so this is like his peak power level. And this is I think what causes Kurama to like die or and so Oromo's is highest level like power level. Like that's his peak. And so some of the techniques that Naruto has used include the Shadow Clone, the Sexy Jutsu, and when he uses both Shadow Clone and Sexy Jutsu at the same time, he creates the Harem Jutsu. the Rasengan, the Rasen Shuriken, and the Tail Beast Ball. Now let's go into like some of the stuff regarding that that's used to compare Goku and Naruto. So, which basically this would be how to destroy the Earth and Moon. So to destroy the Moon, it takes approximately 1.2 times 10 to 29th joules to destroy the Moon. And Goku, he reached that power level by the time he fought Master Roshi, who was going by Jackie Chun, in the Tenkaichi Budokai Saga. So that was the that was the championship match in that tournament, and basically Goku and Roshi were basically equal, and Goku did not destroy the moon, but Roshi did to stop Goku's transformation into the giant ape. And so, since their powers were equal, it's safe to assume that Goku would also had the ability to destroy the moon. And then to destroy the Earth, it takes approximately 10 to the 32nd power of joules to destroy the Earth. And Goku reached that power level by the time he fought Frieza in the Frieza saga. So Frieza, uh, basically like in his first like transformation level that we see throughout like the majority of the Planet Namek stuff, like before that big fight against Frieza happens, like Frieza was shown to be able to destroy Plant because he's destroyed Plant Vegeta doing that, and we know Goku. Um, so when he fights Captain Ginyu, he's like a little below that. So we don't know if Frieza's level is like the minimum requirement to destroy the Earth, or if you can destroy it while lower. We don't. It's not known because well, Vegeta and Nappa did destroy a planet during a filler episode. Since it's filler, we can't assume that that level is sufficient because it's filler. And so Goku, by the time he fights Frieza after he heals from his all the stuff with Captain Ginyu, we know he's past that level because his power level in Super Saiyan 1 at that point in time, well in his first before transformations, we know he's like a little below Frieza's like fourth form because that's the form that people a lot of times do associate with Frieza is the fourth form. That's when Goku fought him. Then Goku, when he reaches Super Saiyan 1 during a fight, he reaches a little above that level. And and so basically we know he definitely by the time he fights Frieza, we know he's definitely able to blow up the earth if he wanted to. And Naruto has never been shown to reach either one. So like Naruto throw all his you know, power ups, he's never been shown to be able to destroy the moon, let alone the earth. And using the information with the amount of joules required in the previous slide, we can assume that's the amount of work that's required to blow up the moon and Earth, respectively. So, and people who've taken physics know that work equals force times displacement. And so, given the information about power levels of Goku and Naruto, we know that work Goku is greater than work Naruto. And so, if we're assuming the same displacement, you can change it to force Goku times displacement is greater than force Naruto times displacement, which once you cancel out displacement values, which it doesn't matter what the number is, it's basically arbitrary. So we can conclude that force Goku is greater than force Naruto. And remember that for when we get to the actual fight, because that will be important in determining like who wins. All right. Now for the sum of forces. So if you have two forces going opposite directions, your net force is going to be your force 1 minus force 2. If we're assuming that force 1, since it's going to the right, is positive, and force 2, since it's going to the left, is negative, which in a lot of your physics classes, that a lot of times is what you're going to do. You're going to assume right is positive, left is negative, up is positive, down is negative. A lot of times you're going to make that assumption. So, where or not the net force is positive or negative depends on whether or not force 1 or force 2 is greater. Now to go into compression stress, because when Goku and Naruto attack the other, the the force that they apply to their opponent will perform some compression stress onto the opponent. And so our two areas, you have your cross-sectional area and surface area, and then you know far as stress, it's going to be the same basic math. It's going to be your force divided by your area. So while it's going to be different numbers regardless if you use cross-sectional area or surface area, it's going to be different numbers if you use one of them. Basically the math is going to be the same. Now let's go into the actual fight between Goku and Naruto. And so far as our forces go, due to everything we've seen in the anime and what I've for each of them, and then what I've explained in this video, the force that Goku applies is going to be greater than the force that Naruto applies. And then if you look at the sides of each character, you know, both the cross-sectional area and surface area for Goku is going to be greater than in the case of Naruto. And so the stress that Naruto will be put under is going to be the force that Goku applies divided by the area for Naruto. And then the stress that Goku's under will be the force that Naruto applies divided by the area that for Goku. And net force is in favor of Goku, so more force is going to be going towards Naruto. And so due to all the math and stuff, the stress that Naruto is under is going to be greater than the stress that Goku is under. Now for conclusions. So basically, with all the math that I mentioned in the previous slide, yeah, Goku would very easily beat Naruto in a fight. Like, I mean, he doesn't even need to transform. Like, Naruto could be in Baryon mode, and Goku could be in his base form and still win very easily. It wouldn't be close. It it would take less than a second for Goku to win that fight. I mean, the amount of force that Goku can apply compared to Naruto, the amount of energy that each of them can conjure, like basically like Goku's winning this fight. Now, while I would say Naruto is a better character and the manga Naruto is way better than Dragon Ball, like Naruto is better than Dragon Ball. That it's a fact. Goku would very easily destroy Naruto in a fight. Like it, it it'd be it's simple. It would be pretty easy for Goku to win. Like Naruto does not stand a chance. Like it should not be an argument. And that's it. Did y'all do y'all agree with it with my takes? Do you agree that Goku would beat Naruto? Do you, for some odd reason, think Naruto would actually win? Um, and if you whether you agree or disagree, did you like this video or not? And you have any recommendations for other videos? And feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and look forward to the next video.